Good morning, it's a Saturday today, my boyfriend is here. We've just been doing our Saturday morning thing of sitting on the sofa, snuggling up and drinking coffee, only the one though. I'm about to have a shower and then we're heading up the hill to the cafe again. It's turned into a bit of a Saturday thing. Okay, I'm all showered and ready to go. Isn't it funny? Like, I don't know if you get this, but sometimes I have clothing that I'm just not in the mood to wear, or I'd feel a bit uncomfortable going out in it. And then other days, I feel, yeah, I want to wear that top. So like this one is very extrovert, as you might see. It's probably useful for dazzling cyclists. It's so bright, and I feel like I'm really in a red top mood today, whereas like for most of the week I haven't been. It's been sat on my chair because I got it out. I thought, should I wear it? And I was like, oh no, I feel a bit silly wearing that. And then today I'm just like, yeah, let's wear the red top. Right, anyway, we're gonna go to the cafe now. We're heading up the hill. We've managed to get in a lot earlier today and there are lots of seats available still. My boyfriend's just finishing the order. I'm a bit hot actually. I've stripped my coat and jumper off, climbed up this great big hill, and this heater is pumping out hot air right in my direction. I've got a lovely cappuccino. My breakfast has come really, really quickly, and I liked what I had last week so much that I had the same thing again. We're back from our walk now. The time is just coming up to 12 o'clock. IB is going home later, but before he does, we're going shopping to Lidl. He's going to come in and just put some of his meaty and razor things in the trolley. Then he's going to go off and work in Costa, and I'm going to film it for my other channel. So probably there's going to be a big jump forward in time until you hear me again. So yeah, I've got a big list of things that I need to buy, and I've been like making an amalgamation list. I'll just go run and get it. It's like a his and hers list at the moment, him and her. So yeah, I do it in sections, because when I'm doing my shopping vlogs I tend to rewrite my shopping list in sections, because it just streamlines it, otherwise I end up zigzagging all over the shop. So anyway, we're going to go and do that now. Big jump forward in time. Now I've shopped in Lidl and popped into Asda as well, and I'm back. It's lunchtime, I'm hungry. So I've reheated this soup that I made yesterday in my soup maker, and I've popped some peppercorn infested mature cheddar on it as well, ripped up slice. And I've buttered this lovely crusty bit of demi baguette that I just bought in Lidl. Good morning. Oh, I'm looking a little dazzled. Right, hang on. Gotta remember where I put my feet for the focus. I think that's okay. It's Monday morning, so I'm still checking that lighting. It's not really properly light yet, basically, so I've got lights and natural light combination. Well, that was a right old faff, wasn't it? I think it was better before, but never mind. I need to get on. I need to go out fairly soon, in the next 10 minutes or so. I got up at 5:50 a.m. this morning, so I didn't vlog for the rest of Saturday. I didn't vlog the whole of Sunday. I was getting on with everything that I was getting on with and just having a good old focused, concentrated burst of getting on with thingsness. So that's what I did. I'm feeling relatively on top of things at the start of this week, and that I really feel so countdowny now. It's quite an exciting period, because I'm ticking big things off that I will then no longer have to deal with. Like, once they're done, they're done. And then I'm narrowing my focus down every time something comes off. So last week I had that concert, which was a bit nerve-wracking, so that came off the list. This week I've got another formal concert. I'm playing in 2 items on it with 2 different ensembles. I mean, they're both contemporary music ensembles. The contemporary music group is like a big collection of singers and musicians. But for every piece we do, there's a different combination of people, so not everybody's in everything. I don't think anybody's in everything. We're all in different things. I'm in 2 things. I need to turn my coffee pot in a minute. I'm just brewing one up so I can take it on the train with me in my sippy cup. I've got to keep an eye on that time, so I don't want to miss this train. So why am I up so hideously early today? Well, you might remember, or you might not have, you might have drifted off, because a lot of people do when I start talking about my music stuff. But I had a rehearsal last week for this contemporary music thing, and I don't know if you remember me saying afterwards, but I was like, I'm not ready, I need more rehearsal. And I think a lot of other people in the group needed more rehearsal too. Well, we're having one, and it's 9 o'clock this morning, which means I've got to leave at 7 basically to get to it. So, oh fun. And I finish at I think I finish at 5 today. The contemporary music group rehearsal times gets confirmed on the day, so it's a little bit awkward, to be honest, because I like to book my practice rooms in advance the night before on my laptop, because it's so much easier than trying to fiddle around doing it on my phone. It's just the interface on the desktop is so much easier to use than the mobile, I think, in my opinion. I guess it's partly what you're used to. I'm used to that. I like to block book the whole week's worth in one sitting. I think it's a lot more time effective at the end of the day. Anyway, yeah, so 4 weeks left. I was saying about the countdown, 4 weeks left in person in uni. Then it's 3 weeks off for Easter, then 1 week of kind of study weeky thingy. I don't know if I'm in or not, I'm not quite sure. And then assessment week, and then I'm finished. 13th of May. I am finished until probably the start of October, realistically, maybe the end of September. I can't believe it. I'm enjoying this. I feel a bit pressured and stressed about it because there's a lot to do, and still a lot to do, and a lot of things to submit. But the end is in sight, and so if I feel like I'm sort of flagging emotionally about it, I just think of that free time that I'm going to have again. And it's funny because I had all that time before, but I filled it with more things, other things. So yeah, I'm excited about doing more with the channel once I've got more time to go out and film things specifically to film them, not just taking you around with me all the time. I mean, that's fine, taking you around with me all the time. It's just when I've got great big chunks of time where it's just not appropriate to film. Right, I better get this coffee done, clean my tooth because I haven't cleaned my teeth yet, and get myself out of the door for my epic day. Oh, we got a nice new train. It's still a bit hit and miss at the moment with whether you're going to get a nice new train or a not so nice old one. It's a bit busier on here than usual, and I think it's because of the time. I think it's the work commute time, whereas I'm normally coming a bit later. Speaking of work, I'm going to get some done on my laptop now. And the first editing task of the day is chipping away at my shopping vlog edit, which is going up on Friday. I've got a change between trains today, so I'm spending the time having my breakfast. So this is hummus, lettuce and grated cheese in this wrap. I'm going to pop to Lidl before my rehearsal because I'm going to have quite a bit of time to spare because the trains are a little bit different at this time in the morning. So I'm going to get a bit more food than I've got because it's a long day. Oh, look at all that lot. I never come in this early in the morning. It's about 8:30. Oh my goodness, it's really well stocked, isn't it? I'm going to grab one of those margarita pizza slices. Those are 99p. I'll have to talk with the camera. I seem to have developed a habit of buying a single apple and a single tomato to nosh on. The thing is, there is something to be said for eating whole things like that haven't been cut up and pre-prepared, because it maintains its vitamin content better. Once it's cut, the water-soluble vitamins begin to be lost by evaporation. But they don't if you just leave it right until you eat it before you sort of break into it. I was going the wrong way. I am going to get milk. In fact, I'm going to get 2 lots of milk because I'm going to get some for uni, and also, horror of horrors, I'm on to my last dribble of milk that goes with coffee at home. So if I don't get some, there will be no coffee tomorrow morning. Right, I'm going to get 2 of these. I know, 85p each. One is for uni, to stay in the fridge all week with my name on. And the other one I'll take home and it'll just tide me over till I can get something I like better. I've done my rehearsal. It must be getting on for about 10:30 now. I got some new music to play from Ellie for our ensemble, so that's good. The downside of today is I think I've messed my flute up temporarily, and I think it needs a bit of a repair done on it. The other day I had it fixed, didn't I? Because I had 2 pads mended on it, and I asked her could she sort the mechanism out a little bit, just realign some, screw some screws and things and make things all seal a bit better, which she did, and it was sounding great. But I'm wondering if through that process maybe one of them got a bit loosened and is unscrewing itself or something like that, because I've had quite a few little tweaks and every single time it seems to have made it better, but I think it's slipping back again. Yeah, I had it perfect. I borrowed the clarinetist's screwdriver and got it sorted, but now it's this particular note, or lack of note. Do you see what I mean? It's that one, the F. Oh, it's face tracking me. If I press it really hard, it will work, but I don't want to do that because it's going to be upsetting the metal and stretching it further than it should really. I think I might need to nip out to Lidl at some point today and just buy a precision screwdriver. Funnily enough, the clarinetist said you can hang on to this till tomorrow if you like. I won't need it, and I said, I've fixed it now. Thank you so much for your offer. It's never a problem. So I declined that offer. Now I'm regretting it. I have them at home, but I won't be able to practice all day unless I can sort it out. I've got a lecture in about half an hour, so it's a bit short of time really for running down now. That has definitely slipped. I took a photo of it. It's slipping. Blob of clear nail varnish is what you do for slipping screws. You just kind of nail varnish it to it, and you can easily break the seal with a screwdriver if you need to make an adjustment, but it stops it slipping. I don't know what to do, because this is perfectly good practice time, and I could practice anything other than F. I could do some scales that don't have it in. Can't practice my pieces though. This one mostly doesn't have F naturals. It does have the odd one here and there, and those are going to be annoying, but I can practice passages, which I need to practice anyway, in isolation, which don't have the F natural, so I'll do that. And then I think my next big break, I'll go to Lidl, get some screwdrivers. Otherwise, I'm just going to waste my next practice hour, and it's precious to me. I've gamelaned, and now I'm in the wind cupboard, and I just went round hunting down clarinetists basically, and I've been lent a precision screwdriver, so I'm going to try and sort this flipping thing out, because I didn't really want to go and buy a set just specifically, because I have got some at home. I just need to get through the rest of today. Thank you to Ben, that is now all fixed until it slips again, but I've taken a photo of it. I know exactly what position it should be in. I am going to the cantini thing that's in a different building to where I am, and I'm probably going to buy a coffee, eat my pizza slice, fiddle around on my laptop with my footage that I've filmed so far today, and then get back for an hour practice before my contemporary music group rehearsal. Second one of 2 today, and then it'll be time to go home. Thank you so much to Elsie for today's Buy Me a Coffee. I just had 2 ladies sitting right next to me. They were like, I don't know, study pals or something. They were very engrossed in what they were doing, so I didn't want to interrupt them by vlogging right next to them. But anyway, yeah, I'm sitting here in the canteen, the coffee. I'm not really hungry enough for my pizza because, unbeknownst to you, I troughed wrap 2 of 2 walking from the lecture to the gamelan. Now, the lecture was quite interesting actually. We had a guest speaker in. A lot of our lectures are done by guest speakers or different lecturers from around the uni. It's very varied, and he was talking about an app which it's not available to the public yet, but it will be come the summer, and it's going to cost around £35. It's called Clarion. It's an accessible instrument which is actually an app on an iPad, and it could be played with one hand, you could play it with your foot, you could play it with anything that you can sort of make skin contact with, even your nose, but also eye gaze. Like if you're paralysed and you can move your eyes, you could play this instrument with it. You could make your own layouts, like custom layouts for every single piece to make each piece customizable really. Just put the notes in that you need to play or the chords, whatever, and you can set the different voicings for it. So there we are, the Clarion. Not out yet. He also demonstrated one-handed recorder. There are one-handed instruments, you know. There's different companies that make instruments that are designed for people that maybe had a stroke and they've lost use of one hand or never had one in the first place. Definitely flutes, saxophones. I think a clarinet. I've seen them online. You can also get instruments like flutes that have got a tilted head joint as well. So if you've lost your strength for whatever reason, you can't hold it upright anymore, you can play it in a vertical position. Some of the head joints are this shape, some of them are just tilted. He didn't talk about those, but I happen to know about those. I think it's quite an interesting idea actually. And apparently these one-handed instruments are now recognised by the Associated Board, ABRSM, Associated Board of the Royal School of Music, so you can do your exams with them basically. Another very accessible instrument is the Kellycaster. Sounds like a guitar, and it is. So there's this guy called John Kelly. He's got a YouTube channel as well. I can link his channel in the description if you like. And he's got various disabilities that prevented him from playing a regular guitar, but he really, really wanted to. And he worked in conjunction with the guitar maker to create this amazing Kellycaster guitar, which he can play with his wrists basically. There is a video on YouTube all about it in which he's interviewed. It's not his channel, but it explains a lot about it and shows you how it works. So I'll try and find that and I'll link it in the description for you in case you're interested. I've done the odd, not a gig with him, but I've played music with him before at a festival. He came and sang with us and we did instrumental backing. So we've collaborated in the past. So I'm for my second hour of practice. My last hour of practice was rubbish. It was completely distracted and I was fiddling around, my note wasn't working, but I did have a really good run through some Bach, which only had 2 F naturals, which I couldn't play in the whole piece. So I am actually going to go back and do that piece a bit more now in a minute and get my flute out, and I'm going to do a proper solid hour. And hopefully my flute screw doesn't slip again. that bit where it jumps from the bottom of the page to the top of the page, I'd lose my place. I've highlighted it in orange every time. I'm just like, where is it? When it's with a metronome, you can't breathe enough because you wouldn't actually play it this metronomically. You'd slow down a little bit, take a bit of a breath, and the pianist would be with you. I got a table, I got a table. Oh, I'm happy about that. Oh, that's me looking very, I don't know, not sure how to describe that. The flute continued to behave itself after it was fixed. I managed a whole hour of practice and all my rehearsal this evening. And yeah, it's the most improved piece I think I've played in a long time. It's really sounding a lot better, and I think the concert's probably going to be fine tomorrow, but I'll just have a little refresher on it tomorrow. I've got quite a late start tomorrow, not until 4 p.m, so I can have a bit of a lie and catch up on some sleep, do some work at home before leaving, so tomorrow should be a good day. The pizza slice actually got eaten as I was walking from the canteen to practice, because then I got hungry, didn't I? I am going to have a banana now, I think. Oh, and an apple. I think I'll save the tomato. Oh, we've got a can of Fanta. Excellent, I've been saving that all day. There's a penguin in there as well. That's an emergency penguin, I'm not going to have that.
This train is called...
It's just gone 7 p.m. I've just got in and I'm about to eat comedy stew basically. So I made this in my soup maker yesterday and I forgot to put the tin of pulses in, and I looked at the capacity and it was almost up to max. So I thought, I know, I'll put chia seeds in because they're teeny tiny and they'll fill all the little spaces and they're a good source of protein and fibre. And well, they basically swelled up like frog spawn. So here we have comedy food. I'm going to microwave that and have that for my dinner. I enjoyed today at uni. I just can't believe how fast it's all hurtling by, how quickly. It was a long day. Tomorrow is not as much of a long day, but it does have another concert in it. My boyfriend's going to come and watch me in it. it's like doing a school concert and having your parents come, you know, but my boyfriend's coming to watch me in my school concert. I think he'll quite enjoy it. I'm not sure if he'll actually enjoy it on a musical level, but I think he'll find it very interesting because it's quite unlike all the music he's ever played, because it's really contemporary, dissonant, clashing, doesn't sound quite like what he's used to, shall we just say. I'm gonna have some dinner and enjoy that. I was holding off, I didn't have my banana in the end, I had the apple and not the banana, and I held off ready for my hot meal now. Set me up for a night's editing. I'm going to make a little schedule for tomorrow, make sure I do some practice before I leave of my piece, and I want to do some arranging work for the postgrad ensemble group project, because that's kind of fallen by the wayside a little bit with all the concerts and things that I've had to practice for. So anyway, I'm going to get back on that. Hopefully tomorrow, if not the next day, because the next day I'm not in uni and I should have a good chance to do it then. Anyway, this is where my head is at this evening. Thank you so much for watching. Please give it a like if you happen to like it, subscribe for watching more videos from me right now. I'll put some playlists up here as I always do, and I'll see you in the next video. Good night.